Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. We are going to be doing the What Would You Make challenge. So we're going to get to that in a minute, but if you are new here, welcome to my channel. Please think about hitting that subscribe button. Now if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. So let's get right to this. Alright, these are two wooden sleds from the Dollar Tree, and I am taking the tags off, and then I'm going to start painting them. Now this first one I'm going to paint with Folk Arts chalk paint in black. I'm going to do the complete bottom, so the sleds and the bottom of the main part and everything on the back or the bottom is going to be this black, because we're going to embellish on the top, and I don't want it black on there. So I'm just going to get that all finished. I'm going to set that aside, and then we're going to start on the second one. Now, the second one, I'm going to be using Folk Arts chalk paint in Persian gray, and that is this one. So the other one is drying, and I'm going to paint the whole bottom of this, and then I'm going to, after it dries, I'm going to come back and paint the top, because I want this one completely this Persian gray. And I'm just using flat tip paint brushes from from Plaid, and I'm just getting this all done and painted and getting it all nice, making sure if I need a second coat. There's some of them I had to do some touch-up work, so it wasn't a full second coat, but it was a small amount of a second coat. So like I said before, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, click it twice, and you click on all, and that way you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Also, give me a big old thumbs up and leave me a comment if you'd like. I love reading them, and I love commenting back to my subscribers. So now that I'm almost finished with the bottom, I'm going to set it aside and let it dry. We'll come back and do the other part once it's dry, but we're going to work on the black sled. And I know a lot of people's like, but where's the red and white and green? This isn't going to have any, at least not of the paint. It'll have some embellishments. So once that is done, we'll just set it aside and move on back over to that black one. Okay, now turn that over, and I've got Dollar Tree's vinyl in the black and white buffalo check, and I just sat this sled down, and I'm tracing it, and I'm going to cut it out to fit on the front top side of this sled. So I'm just cutting around my my lines that I made, and then we'll get this on here. Okay, once that's on, I'm using a finger file and a nail file, and I am just dragging it downwards on the edge, and what it does is it kind of does a cutting process to set the vinyl perfectly on the top of the sled. Now as you can see, I am got that all painted on the top, and I'm doing some touch-ups on the side, and then we're going to set that aside again, let it dry, go back to the black one, and start with the embellishments. Okay, this is a little bit of red and black check, a little bow, and then I've grabbed these clings from the Dollar Tree. Now they are kind of rubbery and they're sticky on the top and the bottom. I don't even know if they're actual window clings, but I wanted to use one, but I didn't want it sticky on the top. So I stuck it down and then I used Mod Podge over it, and what that did is sealed that stickiness so that I didn't have to worry about dirt and stuff getting stuck onto it. And I did the whole surface with the Mod Podge so that it all looked the same. Sat it aside to dry again. Now I'm taking a chippy brush and the black folk art paint, and I'm dry brushing it over the whole thing, and then I'm going to grab Waverly's chalk paint and plaster, and I'm going to dry brush over that one so it ends up looking really cool, like kind of weathered, more like wood and stuff, but that's kind of the look that I was going for. Okay, I took a little piece of pine needles and put a little bit of felt on it, and I'm sticking that right to the sleigh, and then I am going to add the red and black checkered little bow, and then I'm going to add this little pine cone. I'm just dry brushing some of the white on it so it looks like it has been snowed on, and then this project is almost finished. Not quite. It's actually fairly close. I'm going to use the jute that was on these originally, and I'm going to thread some gray beads onto it, and it's going to be the hanger for the sled. Okay, then I took a small, thin little brush and I used that black chalk paint and I painted the lines so that you can see, so it looks like slats of wood on this little sled. Then once that is finished, I am going to write with a paint pen, Jingle All the Way. Now, I wasn't happy with that, so you'll see what I end up doing. But right now I am taking some little black cord and I'm hooking 2 bells to 2 pieces, and then I'm going to hang it down from the side of the right side of the sled, and then I'm going to put a little bit of embellishment over the top of that so that it will say Jingle All the Way. Then I'm decided to go over it with white chalk paint or plaster, I'm not sure, I can't remember, over the letters, and it makes it look much better. Then over the where I glue the beads over it, then right there I am going to do a little bit of an embellishment on that, and then I will do the same thing as for the hanger. I'm going to be putting the gray beads on it and securing it to the sleigh. And then we're going to call this project finished, and then we're going to move on to the next one. And I am so excited. I love this. I'm a host with Zana from OK Home DIY, And we have a guest host this month, which I'll get to in just a moment. I absolutely love doing this challenge. I love working with wood. I love working with a lot of different things, but wood's one of them. So here I am. I put a little bit of leaves. Then I'm putting the black and white check, buffalo check from the Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to add these little like berries on top of it. And this is where I'm writing or going over the black with the white. And I end up liking it a lot better. I hope you guys like this. I think it's just so stinking cute. Now, on to the information about this challenge. It's the what would you make? And the host is Zana and myself, and our guest host is Shelly from the Repurposed My Way. And all of the information for our links of our channels and the playlist is down in the description box, so you're not going to want to miss that. We've got some amazing crafters that join us every month, so you'll want to check them out. Okay, now this sled is from the Woodpecker's Craft, and I'm affiliate with them, and it is like a chunky. These are amazing. They're such really good product, and what I'm doing is I drew a line the bottom of the sled and the top of the run, and I am painting the blade silver, because if you look at any skate, that's what they are, silver. And well, it's actually gray, but I'm going to put silver over it, and this is that same Persian gray. I'm just going to paint the whole part of that, and then we're going to move on to the next part, which I am going to be doing folk arts chalk paint in the color nautical, and this blue, and I'm going to completely cover the top part of this sled with this blue. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to put folk arts silver over it, which will give it a real silvery look. Plus we're going to do a couple of other things as well. And then I'm taking, for the top part, I'm taking that plaster with my dry brush, and I'm just going to go over the sled so that it doesn't look, well, it looks like it's been in the snow. It's had snow on it and stuff. So while that dries, I'm taking a crate from the Dollar Tree, and I am painting it 3 sides all in plaster. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this to the back of it and do a flower arrangement out of it. So here I am going over this this silver with the sparkle Mod Podge, which will give it more of a sparkle, but we're going to add some silver glitter to the blade only, which will make it really sparkle, which I really like the look of it. Now, of course, I don't like glitter everywhere, so once I clean that up, I'm putting, going ahead and putting the sparkle Mod Podge over the blue, which will give it a glitter look, and then I'm going to go back over the other glitter to seal it so it doesn't fall off. That's just a trick I've always done. It helps keeping glitter where it's supposed to be, and you cannot see the Mod Podge at all once it's dry. So I'm going to set that aside once I get the bottom part covered in the Mod Podge. And then we're going to, once it's dry, we're going to attach that crate to the back and start on the flower arrangement. So I put the crate there and I'm using a pin and I'm just drawing around it so I know exactly where to put the glue, because I'm using hot glue and wood glue works better when it is bare wood to bare wood, because on the molecular level it is stronger than wood. Once it's secure, and it has 72 hours to cure, if you try to pull that apart, you will break your wood before you will break the seal. Alright, that's done. Now we're putting some floral foam inside this crate. Okay, after I get this floral foam in, I don't put any moss over it. You're not going to be able to see it at all. So I grabbed some red and white poinsettias, and I'm just going to do a flower arrangement in this crate. You'll be able to see it from the front. It ends up being a really pretty centerpiece. Now I wished I had gotten 2 of these because I could have put it on the other side. So it can't be really a centerpiece, but it can be set up on a mantle or a set of shelves or whatever. It's turned out extremely cute, and I really love this one. I hope you guys love it too. Now, with the Woodpecker Crafts, I have a link that if you click on the link, it'll take you to the website. You'll get a discount, and I'll get a discount. Or I get a discount when I use it, and you'll get a discount when you use it. And so their wood is amazing. Products are amazing. Also, I'll be doing a Woodpecker Craft collab here in a couple of weeks, so you'll want to look for that as well. After I put the poinsettias in, I just grabbed some greenery and just filled it in the back, so you'll be able to see some of the greenery. And if you see the back, you won't see the floral foam. It'll just cover it. And I hope you guys like this one. It is so cute. I just hope you like it. And then we're going to get to the last project of this video. Alright, this is from the Dollar Tree. I took the metal holder off. I peeled all of the paper off. I sprayed it with water and then scraped off the cardboard. It comes off fairly easy. Then I flipped it over and I am painting the whole thing with Waverly's plaster and chalk paint, because I'm going to be covering it and I don't want you to be able to see through and see the brown of the board. So I'm just going to cover it, or I'm just covering it with the plaster. I'm not worrying about it being a solid coat. Then I took this foam gingerbread and I am painting it in nutmeg. Yes, I didn't really need to paint it, but I wanted a painted surface to paint onto. So I just go ahead and I paint this. Now that it's dry, I am taking a fine little paintbrush and I am outlining this with white, and then I'm going to finish embellishing it. Once I'm done with the outlining, then I'm going to start doing the zigzags on the arms and the legs, and then the buttons, and I will put the face on it, and then you will see what I do after that. I wanted it to I wanted it to look like it's not foam. And that's part of the reason why I painted it. And when it's done, you can't tell that it's foam at all. As you can see, this gingerbread is just cute as can be. I've put the buttons, the eyes, the face, the nose, and the pink cheeks. Now I'm taking the Dollar Tree piece of fabric, the one that looks like a candy cane, and I am going to put this ornament over it, trace around it, cut it, and then I'm going to use Mod Podge to cover this ornament with it. And so I just go ahead and cut it out. You know, anytime you get fabric wet, it distorts the shape. So, of course, this ended up being bigger than what it started out to be. It just happens. So I end up having to use my little scissors and trimming around, and you can see as it's wet and I rub on it, it gets rid of all of those creases. Now that might be part of the reason why it was bigger. I probably should have ironed it, but I knew that when I got it wet and smoothed it out, it would get rid of all of those wrinkles and folds and creases and all that, and it does. It works. And then that's when I realize I have to trim around, but I do put the Mod Podge on the bottom, and then I put it also on the top to seal the fabric to the wood. And then we'll move on to adding the gingerbread man. Okay, now that's done, I'm putting that metal hanger back on, and then I'm going to grab some dark red ribbon and I'm going to hook it on. But first I'm going to glue this gingerbread man onto the ornament, and the outside edge is just wood, and so I wanted to finish, sharpen it up, the edges, so that's why I won't go ahead and I paint, or I put this ribbon on it. But first I cover the whole thing with Mod Podge, and I end up making a little bow, like a bow tie out of Dollar Tree ribbon that looks like a candy cane. And so I'm just making this little bow, and then I'm going to put it right on this little gingerbread man. Okay, now, once that's done and it's drying, I took some red and white baker's twine, and I cut it into 3 long strips, and what I did was I braided it to make a hanger. I didn't want it to be thin, that's why I braided it, and it ended up looking extremely cute. I hooked it on top of the ornament, And then we're going to call this project completely finished. And I hope you guys really like all these projects. And don't forget to check out the playlist. Also, call somebody and tell them you love them today. You guys have the most blessed day. As well as don't forget to be the Bible that somebody reads today. Bye.